Hi, welcome to Breaking the Limits. I am your host, Laika Shawn. Today on the show, I have for you Linda Lamont, who is owner of Paradise Home Health Care, as well as Carol Morgan, who is a dream coach. So stay tuned and we will be right back. Welcome back to Breaking the Limits. Today I have Linda Lamont, and you have your own company called Paradise Home Health Care, correct?
Yes, I do.
And you started this, as you kind of had an interesting story on how you actually got into this industry, and did you want to tell everybody, first of all, this is home health care, so you get people into the home to help elderly or disabled people
Correct.
with their daily needs.
Yes.
But you said earlier today how you started the business is a little interesting. Did you want to tell a little bit about that story?
Right. My background is corporate America, and that's what I've always done, with an emphasis on customer service. And about 7.5 years ago, my older youngest brother was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And my family is all in Ohio, and we learned firsthand how difficult it is to find caring, qualified caregivers to come in and help somebody in their home. So fortunately, our family took a leave of absence, and we helped my parents take care of my brother. Unfortunately, he passed in 3 months. But he was my inspiration to leave the comfort of corporate America and a paycheck. And I went back to school to get another degree, and I decided to start my own company, my own agency.
Okay.
And I looked at several different things. I did 2 years of free internships to learn about the healthcare business. And what I learned is it's customer service. Most of my clients are over 70, and they're the World War II generation. And they have such great stories that they like to tell and to share with you. And every family that I meet and I deal with, you just take away something from them. And I learned that what they really need is someone to listen to them and not tell them what to do, because they have been through so many different life adventures. And it's difficult because you have these families who have come to Florida to retire and enjoy their life. And so many of them are transplanted from the Northeast, and their family is still in the Northeast. And they want to tell their mom and dad what they think is best for them.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a balancing act of listening to what the family desires for their parents or grandparents, and then actually doing what the client is ready to accept.
You're kind of also a translator. It's like your kids love you and want to make sure you're okay,
Yes.
as opposed to they say you should do this,
Yes.
and then you get the pushback. Right?
Oh, you get huge pushback.
Yeah.
How long do I have to keep this aid, and why do I need an aid?
Yeah, and these are very independent people that have been through
Extremely
hell and back
independent.
a lot of times,
Right.
so they have never had to look at themselves in any weak way. I would think that when some people feel. I know when every so often my back went out and I was on the floor and I was like falling, I can't get up, and I did not want to admit I needed help.
Right.
Because I've always been really, really independent, but even more so with that generation, I think.
And I have found when you go into the home, listening to their fears and listening to their concerns is huge, because they want to still maintain their independence and keep control. However, if you approach it from with the idea, if this is only temporary, you've had a minor setback, whether they were in the hospital for maybe heart failure or pneumonia, or they just had the flu, and they come home weak. And it takes, for every day in the hospital, it takes about 10 days for an older person to regain where they were before they went into the hospital.
Is there a particular age you consider that dynamic starts, like 50, 60?
It just
roughly?
depends. It depends on what are your health issues. I mean, do you have a chronic problem such as high blood pressure that you have to really maintain and watch your diet. Have you been diagnosed with CHF, which is chronic heart failure?
So how do you help someone maintain their diet? Do you actually have a chef that comes in?
I wish it was that
I would
easy.
love one of those.
I wish it was that easy. It's important to find out what they like to eat, and of course, the salt. So finding other seasonings and other creative ways.
Right, lower sodium diets.
Right. Every time you go in, it's almost a give and take. I take from them what their stories and what their issues are, but then I give them back. If the caregiver is in there, giving the caregiver maybe certain recipes or certain ways to prepare the food they already like to eat.
This is by no stretch cookie cutter. It sounds like this is a very personal journey for you, that you really, really care and you really want to kind of not fit a particular mold, but make sure that each individual is taken care of in their own way.
It's not one size fits all,
right?
Because every single family is different and every caregiver is different. And it's important to find out, one thing I like to do when the caregiver comes in to register with us, find out what type of patients and clients they like to work with. Some caregivers are not comfortable with people who are incontinent. They're not comfortable in that setting. And those are good things to know, because you don't want to send a caregiver out into a situation that they're not happy. And from my past corporate life, I've learned, if you take care, I used to manage salesmen. And happy
They're
salesmen, happy salesmen as happy employees, happy anybody, are productive.
Right.
So if you also listen to the caregiver and you match them up with the kind of client they're looking for, and you match the client up with the type of caregiver, it can be a very long, happy relationship.
It's a partnership. It's not just one-sided.
It is. And just because you may have that caregiver for 6 months, different things change. Personalities change. Maybe the personality of the client, they have some other things going on with their maybe mental health. If it's an Alzheimer client, they're declining. Maybe other health issues, or maybe they've fallen and they're not able to get around. So it's always important. I like to stay in touch with the families and the client to make sure it's still a good fit, still a good match.
Right. Where do you find your caretakers? How do you do that?
In the beginning, that was my biggest challenge, because I'd like to say I'm the only company that provides this service, but this is a very competitive market. And you're only as good as the people you send out.
Right.
So I would probably do 15 to 20 interviews a day, and maybe keep 1 or 2 of the caregivers that I would refer out.
How many caregivers do you have in your employ that you need for your business?
I probably have 175 caregivers that we actively can pull from and refer out.
You are a pretty big company now then.
Well, you have to, caregivers, you have to constantly be interviewing them and staying in touch with them, because they will sign up with several agencies.
Okay.
And the person who puts them to work on the best job
wins.
Out of all of us, we probably have the same caregivers all in our files that we refer out or that we use. But again, it's important that I interview them as well, so when I meet with the families, I know which one would match. And I have a reputation now with the caregivers I have. They're sending me good caregivers.
Excellent.
They're referring me.
Yeah, referral is the best possible way, right?
Referral in business and referral in caregivers.
I'm fairly new to Florida, and I heard it is kind of hard because it's a more transient community to find
extremely
consistent employees that are staying in the area that want to be here. And I know there's probably got to be really high demand because this is the retiring place. It's the retiring community, so you probably have a lot of clientele too. So it sounds like you go and you make sure you have your hands on every aspect of the business.
Yeah, I like to say I'm more of a concierge type service, not price-wise, because a lot of times people think, oh, concierge, you're paying more. Not the case with me. I believe, again, you have to walk the walk and talk. When you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. So it's imperative I meet with every family. Every family member has my personal cell phone number. Every client has my cell number, and every caregiver has my cell number.
You get a lot of calls at midnight?
I have gotten a few.
24/7?
I had an interesting phone call Friday night. I have a client, she's here. Her son lives in Philadelphia, and we're with his mother 7 days a week, and we leave at 6 o'clock in the evening. She's been painfully in and out with a toothache.
Oh.
And usually if you have a toothache, it hurts when you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, her eyesight isn't quite the same. And her son called me at 10:30 and said, Mom has a toothache. She's crying. I'm in Philadelphia. I don't know what to do. She doesn't know which medicine to take.
Oh, okay.
I said, no problem. I live in Fort Lauderdale. She's in Delray. I took a road trip. I drove up.
Oh, you went personally in there?
Absolutely. Even though she has a caregiver, she's mine. She's part of my family now.
Now that they've all met you, so she knows who you are when you
Absolutely.
went to the door.
I meet every single client for the first time.
She's comfortable with you too. You're not a stranger showing up at her door.
No, 10:30 at night. No, I'm not a stranger. So I went up. I got her medicine and gave her medicine. Called her son. Stayed with her for probably an hour until she got back into bed and she was relaxed. And then I was able to leave. I got home about 12:30, but it's the right thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine my mother being in Ohio calling me in Florida crying, my tooth hurts.
And then what do you do? Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, I know we are running out of time a little bit, so I want to make sure that everybody knows how to get hold of you and how to find out about your service if they have someone that needs to be taken care of.
Okay.
So would you tell our audience?
Our office number is 561-672-7170. And my personal cell that everybody gets is 954-529-5007. Our phones are on 24/7. You can visit us on the web at www.paradisehomehealthcare.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure.
This is how we do. Shuffle to the right, to the left. Let's move. Hey, hey. Push 3, can you dug it with me? Throw your own little swag on this Swizzy beat. Hey, hey. Push it up if you're ready for more. Jump rope, keep your feet off the floor. Hey, hey. I ain't worried doing me tonight. A little sweat ain't never hurt nobody. Don't just stand there on the wall. Everybody just move your body, move your body, move your body, move your body, move your body.
And we are back with Breaking the Limits. I have a wonderful guest with me tonight, and her name is Carol Morgan. Now, how do they refer to you? You do dream work. What is your dream title?
It is now the awareness coach.
The Awareness Coach, Carol Morgan. Thank you so much for coming on my show. Now, dreams are really a point of fascination. I know the funniest thing about them is even if you do remember one when you first wake up, they kind of like evaporate. Now, I know that you are writing a book, for one thing. You're a busy lady. You're writing a book, and you have the dream coaching business. So which thing would you like to talk about first?
My passion, which is dreams, of course.
Of course. So when somebody comes to you say, oh, I have these dreams, what do I do with this? What's your advice to a person? What do you do for them?
My first comment is, what does it mean to you?
Okay.
That's the first step.
So at that point, do you refer to any kind of a dream dictionary? Because I know that I go play on the internet and see these dream dictionaries. How do you pull that meaning out of a dream?
I don't go with dream dictionaries.
Okay.
I know that dreams are very, very individual, and they pertain to that person's life.
So you do a little digging with the person and their current situation and kind of like extrapolate a bit from that? And
Absolutely, you got it.
So that's why dream coach, you're really kind of like doing a lot more than just like looking something up and saying this says it means this. You have a whole different path there, it seems like.
Yes, I like to, number one, I teach people how to dream, because most people say, I don't dream.
They just
And
don't remember, do they?
They just don't remember. Everybody dreams every night. We have to dream in order to be sane.
Yeah, I hear that, if you don't have sleep for so many days, you actually would go wacko. You go crazy.
True.
Scientifically, I've heard that that's true. Now, I'm a little nutty
true.
anyway, so I don't know what that's about. But anyway.
I'll join you in the wacky department, absolutely.
What inspired you to go to dream coaching? I mean, did you do something else before and it kind of was something that you found fascinating, or what's your story?
Oh my. I was a legal secretary in a past life.
In a past life?
And I had a wonderful coaching session. And when this person, I went in for something else to get coached on something else, and she felt no passion. And she asked me, what do I love? And I said dreams, and that's what started me doing this.
Yeah, you look lit up when you talk about dreams. You look like it's really something you enjoy. Because I've always had that job that I was like, paying the bills, and then after a while you're like, what does make you happy? You almost forget until you have to re-dig into that and go, well, what really makes me happy? So dreams make you happy. Helping people with their dreams.
Yes, because what people don't realize is that all the answers are in our dreams. We can get guidance and protection and health advice, financial advice, and all we have to do is know to be tuned into them and to affirm that we're going to use them and remember them. And that's why I've coined the phrase, the purposeful dreamer.
Oh, the purposeful dreamer. Is that anything like a lucid dreamer, or is that, what does that mean?
A purposeful dreamer, thank you for asking, is a person who goes to sleep with a definite purpose.
So they say, I'm going to dream about or come up with a solution to a problem, or is that what it is? Oh, okay.
In other words, I have a dream journal, and you write in the dream journal your question, and then you're going to sleep and you're focusing on this issue you have to resolve.
Now, you sell those dream journals, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Because I was going to buy one. I still need to buy one. I need to go on that site and get me a dream journal. Because
I have one.
I'm going to write my dreams down, and then I just forget.
That's why I have the coaching business.
That's right.
To keep people focused on paying attention and learning, because what happens is my coaching clients get focused on remembering their dreams, and oh my gosh, I've gotten guidance. I have a client who didn't know what she wanted to go into, and she had a dream about bags.
Bats?
Bags.
Oh, bags. I was like, really? No, bags. Okay, bags, like handbags.
Handbags and big bags and weekender bags and all types
all
of
ladies
bags.
love bags.
Yes, I am a bag lady. And she dreamt about it. And now she's been doing it for several months. And she's like #1 in her company.
Wow.
Because she paid attention to her dreams.
Yep, that sounds good to me. Do you ever have people come with nightmares to figure out what is that something's disturbing them, or is it all a positive take? You just I ask because sometimes I have, what was that supposed to mean? Kind of odd dreams. I'm like, could you be more cryptic? So that's why I'm very interested in what you do, because I really do want to start paying more attention. And sometimes I hear that actually nightmares are trying to teach you something too, as far as facing fears and all of that stuff. So
Nightmares are actually a blessing, because they are teaching you exactly what you said. There's messages, something's unfinished. The best thing to do in a nightmare, if you can remember, is turn around, usually somebody chasing you, turn around and face that person, and you might be amazed to find that it's you.
you're chasing yourself.
Have you ever had a dream where you're dragging your leg?
Where you can't. I've had one where you're like in mud and you can't move, and you keep trying to try to move and you can't move, and it's like, really, I can't move. So I've had those. Is there a specific kind of reasoning around that? Or
Sure.
meaning around that?
What was happening in your life at the time you had that dream?
I think I just didn't like where I was. I was stuck. It was pretty obvious. I'm stuck kind of dream.
Yes, absolutely.
And shake it up and figure something new out. So there's a lot of that.
Yeah. So you were stuck, and the next thing to do is ask in your dreams, okay, I see I'm stuck here. What can I do for happiness, for the good of the whole, for my spiritual growth?
So when you ask that question, like say I was stuck, and you actually, you verbally tell yourself, dream, I want to know what the solution is, kind of, and then you go to sleep, and how many of your clients, like the bag lady, come back with answers? Because I really need to try that.
I would
A
say
lot of them.
everyone.
They have some kind of...
I've suggested it too, when they start to pay attention and they believe in themselves and believe. What I usually say is, try it.
Try it, can't hurt.
Try
right?
it. What happens? You know, I do public speaking, and it's like I'm sharing this information with you. What you do with it is your business.
Right.
Experience. Try it. Go to sleep. Ask for an experience. What's the worst thing that can happen to you? You might get an answer. You might get guidance.
Darn.
You know, wow.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I'm going to have to come to one of your sessions, and I actually had a little session with you just on the phone the other day, which
Right.
got me thinking about the whole thing. So that was
Uh-huh.
very interesting.
Remember, I offer coaching.
That's right. You're the dream coach. So I want to ask you about your upcoming book. Tell us what the title is and what the whole book is about.
That's interesting. It's either How to Sleep Your Way to Success or Sleeping Your Way to Success.
Either way, you'll be successful, right?
And I think it's going to have the tagline, Your Dream Journey Guide to Happiness or something that I just haven't worked out yet.
So is this just the next natural outshoot of the whole dream coaching? Is it like evolution of what you're doing?
Yes, it's actually an evolution of my Dreams and More Dream Journal.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'm already thinking of my next, oh my gosh, you know, just one and then another.
you have like a trilogy in your mind already, don't you?
Well, I'm also a contributing author to an international woman's book.
Oh, what's that one?
I don't even know the name. I haven't written my chapter yet.
Oh,
it's
so
going
it's
to be
all
out
in
in
process.
August.
It's
It's all in
process. Wow.
So my whole mind is okay. And then, of course, my age comes into play because I'm in over 60.
That's the new 20.
The new 20, okay. And it's like, at my age, you don't have to be stuck in a cocoon. You can still grow and learn and become more. And
You don't have to stop evolving just because somebody puts a number on you, right?
You couldn't.
good. You couldn't
I have
anymore.
no. There's too much energy within this person.
So I know that we only have a few more minutes left, so I want to make sure you get in any other bits and pieces you really find important you want to talk about, plus tell people how to get hold of you and how to find you. So
Thank you.
Yes.
I am very, very excited. I am having an International Dream Day.
Wow.
Yes, on April 1st. And it will probably be a webinar in the evening.
Okay.
So I'm very, very excited about
So
that.
are people going to share their dreams with you on that day, or what's the obvious dream is the theme? So obviously, so are you going to have any kind of special insights for people on that day, or you're kind of just you came up with this and it's like better than Nutella Day, right? I love Nutella. I couldn't help.
It's in my kitchen cabinet.
Yeah, I love that stuff. It's horrible for you, but I love it.
I don't know, chocolate and peanut butter?
Yeah, chocolate and almonds, something like that.
Yeah,
it just tastes
you're
good.
right. It depends on how they make it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be discussing dreams, and then I will probably give away some stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's just going to evolve. I mean, that might be when my book comes out. I haven't
Ah.
decided that.
We have so many wonderful things coming. So, do you have a website or a number you want to share with everybody?
My website is Life, Dreams, and More. That's LIFEDREAMSANDMORE.com. Or you can send me an email at carol@lifedreamsandmore.com for more information.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing this, and I'm going to have to get that dream journal from you before you leave.
I happen to have one
Perfect.
with me.
I will be buying that.
Wonderful.
So thanks
wonderful.
again for being on my show. It's been a joy, and I'm very happy to have learned about Dream Day. Was it Dream World
It's International
International
Dream Day.
Day.
International Annual Dream Day. You just give me an idea, you know.
Oh no!
However it floats, however
Okay.
it flies, it's
Thank you
going
so
to
much.
take off. So thank you.
Mhm.
relationship,
partnership,
leadership,
teamwork,
community,
diversity,
opportunity,
responsibility,
profitability,
integrity,
strength,
confidence,
ambition,
energy,
passion,
performance,
growth,
train,
motivate,
inspire,
develop,
reward,
listen,
unity,
achieve,
pioneer,
strive,
create,
exceed.
succeed.
Welcome to the next chapter. A new beginning. A great day. Two leading companies have joined forces to form the most comprehensive service provider our industry has ever seen. We are a company dedicated to listening to and satisfying our customers, creating opportunities for our employees, achieving long-term sustainable growth, and we are positioned to deliver on all three of these goals better than ever before in our history. Today, we are ready to meet the needs of customers in every rental segment: business travelers, leisure travel, in town, and insurance replacement. From humble beginnings more than 50 years ago, in the lower level of an auto dealership, with 7 cars and a dream, Jack Taylor started a tiny leasing company. With a hunch and a philosophy to take care of his customers and employees first, Jack's dream would grow into the largest rental car company in North America. And it would grow to be the most complete transportation service provider in our industry, expanding beyond car rental, including fleet management, car sales, and commercial truck rental. Expanding beyond the United States into Canada, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Germany, and Puerto Rico. This is a day that, thanks to your dedication and performance, we enjoy unparalleled financial strength and stability. And thanks to the Taylor family's continued commitment and investment into the business, we can be sure of long-term sustainability. Together, we stand ready to leverage the combined strengths of Enterprise, National, and Alamo to move our company to a whole new level of growth and success. We have always exceeded customers' expectations, listening to and taking care of them better than anyone in our industry. We have always created significant opportunities for the success of our company and our employees. Today, we are positioned to do these things better than ever before. It is truly a great day for all of us at Enterprise, National, and Alamo. We will continue to exceed and succeed.